Hello, my name is Patrick Brady, and I am the founder of Global Flows. At Global Flows, we look at global flows of information, cultures, products, supply chain, ideas, and money. And I'm bringing three articles today. The first one, super fascinating. The biggest delivery business in the US is no longer UPS or FedEx from Wall Street Journal. Before I continue, I hope that you had a great Thanksgiving. Mine was fantastic. Thank you for asking. And what's happening in the globe? So much to talk about, but this one's about Amazon. And I had a friend of mine, Brian Lynn, came to me and very recently and said, "You really need to check out Amazon's pricing for domestic freight." I'm like, "Okay, no problem." Little did I know that Amazon is now the biggest delivery business. They're dominant. The article reports that Amazon has become the biggest delivery business in the US, surpassing UPS and FedEx in parcel volume. 4.8 billion packages in the US. And we haven't even hit Christmas season, so it's going to be huge. I'm shopping on Amazon. I don't know about you, but here is the trajectory. Look at Amazon just taking over 7 billion parcels. It is quite impressive. Amazon's logistics strategy. The article explains how Amazon built its own logistics network over the past decade by opening hundreds of new facilities, launching a franchise program for delivery entrepreneurs, sip of water, and regionalizing its network to reduce delivery time and cost. Finally, FedEx and UPS's response. The article notes that FedEx and UPS have downplayed the threat from Amazon and focus more on profitable segments of the e-commerce market. FedEx ended its relationship with Amazon in 2019, while UPS still counts Amazon as an important customer. A JP Morgan analyst said that Amazon still lacks the global coverage and pickup and delivery capabilities of FedEx and UPS. I know that I have Chinese friends and suppliers who are in the Amazon business, and they float product directly to Amazon's DCs and for FBA business. And Amazon will now take your product over in China, put it on a container, direct it directly to its DCs, and you can sell it through there. So I don't know. Amazon is taking over. Look at those. Amazon moved to regionalize its logistics network. I mean, during COVID, they were popping up warehouses like crazy, probably overdid it. I know they're pumping the brakes a little bit on that initiative. Look at these. More packages to U.S. homes in 2022 than UPS after eclipsing FedEx in 2020. Crazy. Let's look at the next article. How much FDI is China actually attracting? This article talks about when I lived in China, FDI was huge, and a lot of companies all over the world were investing heavily in China in production facilities and franchise restaurants, and it was just crazy. And now it looks like there's going to be a pause. A lot less. This is from Financial Times. FDI collapse in China. Foreign direct investment in China has plummeted in 2023, according to two official sources that use different methods to measure it. One source shows that FDI has turned negative for the first time, meaning that foreign investors are pulling out more money. What are the reasons and consequences? The decline in FDI is partly due to geopolitical tensions between China and the US and its allies over issues such as Ukraine and Taiwan. It also reflects the deteriorating business environment in China. Foreign firms facing increasing regulatory scrutiny and political pressure. The loss of FDI could hurt China's economic growth and innovation potential. I did hear Peter Zahan talk about the cycle of business taking 3 to 5 years as far as personal friendships developing and business relationships developing. So after COVID, very few foreign visitors went to China, And that probably is going to be a problem in the near future because, you know, in order to nurture relationships, you've got to meet face to face much better. Case in point, my boss, Mark Hudson, and one of our major suppliers had not met in 5 years. When they finally did get a chance to meet, then a lot of things were ironed out. Hands were shaken. Misunderstandings were, solved. Finally, President Xi Jinping has recently tried to woo U.S. business leaders by emphasizing China's market size and potential. Lots of mouths in China. Renkou. The word for population is people, mouths. Renkou. So there are lots of mouths to feed in China. However, his words may not be enough to reverse the trends of FDI outflows unless he takes concrete actions to improve China's investment climate. There he is with a bowl. That might be the iron rice bowl. Please, sir, may I have more FDI? Okay. Foreign investment in China have declined in recent years. That's a very strong decline, mainly set on by COVID and the after effects. Very good. Okay. Number 3. This one's about Canada from Financial Times. How geopolitics caught up with Canada. The country once saw itself as nearly immune from the world's problems, but is now immersed in standoffs with India and China. Okay. Major here include Canada's foreign policy changes. Canada is facing increasing geopolitical risks and dilemmas from India and China, the two rising powers in this century. Canada's response. The article outlines Canada's principles of defending its sovereignty and engaging in pragmatic diplomacy with countries that have different perspectives. It also highlights Canada's efforts to boost its presence and influence in the Indo-Pac region. The article points out Canada's limitations in terms of public opinion, political pressure, strategic direction, and alliance building. It also mentions the political impact of a Trump re-election on Canada-U.S. relations. So many of the people I talk to in Canada think they could do better than Trudeau. I'll put it that way. Here's Trudeau, and she, they had loggerheads. They met at the G20 summit in Bali last year. It did not go well. This exchange was caught on video, and the Chinese president accused a shell-shocked Trudeau of having leaked the contents of a private conversation. Interesting. Okay, this is Canada's foreign minister. A location on the globe surrounded by 3 oceans can no longer be relied to protect us. Okay. Here is Meng Wanzhou, chief financial officer of Huawei. As we know, she was detained, and China did not like that at all. And here is Justin Trudeau and his Indian counterpart, Modi, taking part in a wreath-laying ceremony at Rajghat. Okay. These are some interesting stories. There are so many interesting stories that I wanted to bring to you today. But 3 articles each time is about what I can do. So I am preparing some interviews before the end of the year. I hope that you'll tune in and subscribe. Thank you very much, and have a great day in the run-up to Christmas. God bless.